Are you looking for the best USB-C monitors? In this video we will look at some of the best USB-C monitors on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. LG 40WP95C W. The best monitor with USB-C support that we've tested so far is the LG 40WP95C W. It's a great office monitor that has Thunderbolt for support on both of its USB-C ports. This lets you connect even power-hungry laptops and charge them while using them thanks to its 96 W of power delivery, which is more than most monitors. You can also display an image from them, and because it has two USB-C ports and a picture-by-picture mode, you can display images from two laptops next to each other on the screen. There are also two USB-A ports if you want to connect other peripherals like a mouse and keyboard. In terms of its overall performance, it has a massive 40-inch screen with a 5120x2160 resolution and a 21:9 ultra-wide aspect ratio. This helps the monitor provide fantastic text clarity, and there's plenty of space to open multiple windows at once. It also has great picture quality as it has a dedicated sRGB mode that results in excellent accuracy before calibration, which is ideal if your work requires accurate colors, and it displays a wide range of colors in SDR and HDR. Number 2. Apple Studio Display. While the LG 40WP95C W works without issue with macOS devices, if you have MacBook or Mac Mini and want a monitor to complement it, then check out the Apple Studio Display. It has a smaller screen than the LG, so you don't get as much screen space, but it has a higher 5K resolution for sharper text. It has features you can only get using a macOS device, like its sRGB mode with remarkable accuracy, so you get accurate and lifelike images that are ideal if you're a photo or video editor. It also has excellent peak brightness, so you won't have any issues using it in a well-lit room. In terms of its USB-C inputs, it has one that supports Thunderbolt 3 with 96 W of power delivery, which is enough to charge your MacBook while working. This port also serves as the video port, so you just need to connect your Mac directly to the monitor with that. It has 3 other USB-C ports, but those are only for charging other devices as you can't display an image from them, which is disappointing as you can't connect 2 devices at the same time like on the LG. Number 3. Dell U2723QE. If you don't use a macOS device but still like the 27-inch screen of the Apple Studio Display, then you can save some money with a mid-range model like the Dell U2723QE. With a lower 4K resolution than the Apple, it's the best 4K USB-C monitor we've tested, and the text clarity is fantastic. It has 3 USB-C ports, and unlike the Apple monitor, each of them serves a different purpose. One supports DisplayPort Alt Mode with 90 W of power delivery, which is the port you should connect your laptop if you want to display an image. Another USB-C port is a downstream port with 15 W of power delivery, so you can use it to charge your phone or other peripherals. Additionally, the other USB-C port is an upstream port for the KVM switch, which allows you to connect multiple devices to your monitor and control them with a single keyboard and mouse. It's also excellent for photo editors because it has a dedicated sRGB mode like the Apple and LG 40WP95C W that has excellent accuracy before calibration, so you won't need to get it calibrated for lifelike colors. Number 4. Dell S2722QC. If you don't need all the extra features of the Dell U2723QE, you can save some money with a lower mid-range option in the Dell S2722QC. As it's a lower-end monitor than the U2723QE, it has fewer features like a smaller USB hub, so instead of the 5 USB-A ports and 3 USB-C ports like on the U2723QE, it has 2 USB-A ports and a single USB-C port. Luckily, its single USB-C port supports DisplayPort Alt Mode and power delivery of up to 65 W, which is less than the 90 W on the U2723QE but is still enough to keep the battery alive while you're using your laptop. It performs well in bright rooms as it has very good reflection handling and is bright enough to overcome glare. It has wide viewing angles and great ergonomics, so you can easily adjust the screen to an ideal viewing position and show content to someone next to you, as they'll see the same image from the sides. While it doesn't have an sRGB mode like the U2723QE and it isn't as good for photo editing, the accuracy before calibration is decent enough for everyday work. Number 5. Gigabyte M27Q. While most budget monitors don't have USB-C and you'll usually have to pay more for a monitor with it, there are a few budget-friendly USB-C monitors, like the Gigabyte M27Q. Unlike the Dell S2722QC, it has a lower 1440p resolution, so while the text clarity isn't as good, it's still decent, but this is a trade-off you need to make for a cheaper display. It has one USB-C port that supports only 10 W of power delivery, which is much lower than the S2722QC and isn't enough to charge your laptop, but you can display an image with it and still keep the laptop's battery going while working. It has a few extra features, like a KVM switch that allows you to control multiple devices with the same keyboard and mouse connected to the display. It also has picture-in-picture and picture-by-picture modes that let you view images from those two sources simultaneously. While its ergonomics aren't as good as the more expensive monitors, it's still okay as you can adjust the height and tilt range, but you can't swivel it, and with its wide viewing angles, the image remains consistent when viewing from the sides.